Thank you, first of all, sir. You came for the video call. Like, we were very excited for.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to ask that the album which came, it had 17 tracks. Most of 15
Yeah,
were already pre-released ones. So what was
yeah.
that to release in the form of an album? It was sort of a re-release for all the 15 tracks.
No, it was not like a re-release thingy. So what happens in the digital market is basically people do not release all tracks. I mean, like if your album has 8 tracks, an artist is not advised to release all the tracks, you know, the new ones. Why? Because the tracks will not get individual attention, firstly. Second of all, your if you put in too much information, your audience will not be able to grasp everything. So every song
Yeah.
has an attention span. Firstly, I have been thinking about releasing the album from a long time.
Yeah.
So basically, I that was the theme. The theme was protest poetry, and all the songs, if you see it, all the songs
Hmm.
were on that theme. So basically, what I did, and as you can see that this in India, as unfortunately we can say that if you rap on socio political topics, your songs generally do not get the same amount of views as any
Yeah.
other rapper or anything like that. So
Yeah.
anyways, you are like, however skilled you are, you have to work 10 times more to reach wherever you are. So yes, so I started releasing one after the other as singles on YouTube. So if you
Hmm.
know, none of these songs were released on Spotify or iTunes or anything. So what I
Yeah.
did, the strategy was to basically gain the audience, throughout web portals, throughout YouTube, and also Hustle helped me a lot to gain my audience
Yeah.
and make sure that people get to know what protest poetry is and what my genre is and what my forte is. So basically, all of the songs that I released one by one, every song had its own lovers or own supporters or own likers, right?
Hmm.
So after that, what I did was I compiled everything. I re-recorded something,
Yeah.
basically, itna
Shri
kya hota
Bana
hai na,
EPR was re-recorded, right? That last lines were added.
a lot of songs were re-recorded. Like Agnipath was re-recorded. If you
Oh.
if you if you see the YouTube version was Tu Na Rukega Kabhi. In the album version is Tu Na Rukegi Kabhi. So a lot of
Oh.
songs were re-recorded and mixing, mastering, maybe a lot of things were added here and there. So basically, what I did was I made sure all the songs that I had released were already there on YouTube, and
Hmm.
uske baad I made final adjustments to it. Me and my producer, we made final adjustments to it, and we compiled the whole album, and we actually
Yeah.
gave them 2 songs new. One was the Rastafari song, which I released it again, and
Yeah.
another was Into the Unknown, which is completely a bonus track. So
It
yeah,
was
that was
like its meaning is still we didn't understand the full meaning because it was some sort of it wasn't a social issue. It what we felt was you were finding your soul, some sort of philosophical with what it meant.
yes, it is. It is again. See, whatever social issue is not. Sometimes it's non-linear. It's about when you're जब आप रहते हो एक society के belong करते हो तो you tend to think that you want to change the society, but आपको ये
Hmm.
नहीं realize होता है कि you are such a small part of the society that even if you try so hard to change the society actually changes you. So that song is like that. That song had a deeper philosophical roots, of course. So yes,
Yeah.
so I compiled the album accordingly, and if you see the amount of tracks that I've put in from Shrini Bana EPR, where I actually introduced, you know, the whole thing, my love for hip hop and everything, and ending it with Rastafari, which is like a more both the ending and the beginning was a celebratory,
Yeah.
thingy. So yeah, so the album was placed like that, and yeah, and it doesn't sound like a compilation because it sounds exactly like an album. So yes, so
Yeah.
that was my whole motive.
Great. You said in a TOI interview that the album would come around March end. So
Yeah,
was it? or something else which delayed it? This mix mastering? Things,
No,
small point.
I wanted to add in more tracks. At that point of time, it was just like 12 to 13 tracks. Then uske baad, I wanted to add in more tracks. A lot of tracks got added, like Badlu Ram Ka Badan, which I thought that I would put in new in the album,
Hmm.
or and certain tracks like Kaun Baris. I thought that these sub tracks jo bhi hai, and even
Yeah.
Rastafari I was working on that, and तब तक मैंने कर्मा को नहीं भेजा था. So the thing is that I wanted to put in new tracks, and I thought that अगर मैं इन सबको एक साथ release करता हूँ ना, then these tracks will not be getting individual attention from the public. As you see, that benefit यही हुआ कि people know my tracks right now, and they
Yeah.
knew what to expect from the album. So yes, तो ये सब मेरा उतना delay नहीं हुआ, लेकिन I took my own sweet time to actually, get everything ready.
Yeah. Uh, Tell us one thing that you have features from Nikita Gandhi,
Yeah,
Karma, Void,
yeah,
and many more
yeah.
artists. Which was that one artist which you found most like good to work? Which one?
All of them, man. All of them. Actually, all of them were like really nice. Firstly, when I spoke to Boyd, he was like, "Ek call me, everything was done." I mean, like he came to Calcutta. Uska ek show tha. Then I said that
Hmm.
abhi tu Calcutta mein hai, so why don't we work on a song? And then uh, we did the song in one day, and then the same night we went and shot the video. Uske baad usko
Oh,
jana tha, Almora वापस जाना था. So
oh,
everything went really smooth. With Karma also, it happened like, we got in touch. I got introduced to him and his work at Hustle because Krishna and Karma were used to take 20-minute rap sessions, and they used to train all the other rappers over there in Hustle. And I used to talk to them a lot, and then we discussed, then we should work on a track. And then uske baad after Hustle, I got him on a call, and then he was like, bro, send me a beat. I'm ready to collab with you. And I sent him a beat, and within like 3-4 days, he sent me the whole song. Even he was like really, really fast when it comes to working. Nikita Gandhi has been my very good friend from the start, and
Maya. Um,
yeah. So I have. This was the second edition of Maya. Basically, we had released Maya before that as well.
oh,
So yeah, this was the second reworked edition. So even that, like, all of these people were like my friends, and the collab. I mean, like the collab with Srini Bana EPR with Bombay Beat Broadcast. I mean, the beat was so good in the finale that अगर आप notice करोगे कि like Hustle की जो भी tracks, I reproduced with my own producer.
yeah.
The only track that I did not reproduce was Srini Bana IPR because it was like so special to me, and it was so beautiful that even me and my
It's
producer, we said
probably
that,
the most loved song of yours till now. Before
yeah,
Rastafari, of course, Rastafari is like banging everywhere.
yeah.
But
So
before that, Srini Bana EPR was something which public could
it was a
relate to you
different,
directly.
yeah, it was a different song altogether. So like me and my producer said that we need to rope in the producer of the original track, and that's how me and Ashish, I mean, like Bombay Beat Broadcast, we got in together, and we said that we have to release this. And by the way, he's the same guy who produced MC Heem's Londa Befikar, and
Oh,
yeah, so he did a lot of tracks in Hustle, and so I thought that I should rope in for Shuniban IPR. And yeah, so I did that, and all of these collabs were there. And hip hop album is incomplete without collabs, so I actually wanted to do all the collabs and stuff like that. So it became really nice.
yeah. Rastafari now video is not possible. But after this thing eases down, will we see you and Karma in the video?
Absolutely, absolutely. We actually worked out. The thing was that when I spoke to Karma, and we were like really delighted about the whole track because when we got the whole track done, I mean, like we were both banging. I mean, like we were both listening to it, and we were like, abhi release karna hai, and stuff like that. So we were also thinking that एक thought माथा में आया था कि like maybe we should wait for it to release with the video. Like, and then we thought that we should give our audience this track because this track is so fresh and itna, it's so new in the hip hop scene of the country, and
Ah,
especially when I mean, like in the recent month, a lot of disses were going on here and there. I mean, we felt that somebody needs to spread some positivity, and somebody
Yeah.
needs to actually spread some happiness. So we thought to, we should drop this track. And yeah, we are gonna record a video for it as soon as the whole thing is over, the corona thing is over. Abhi khul chuka hai, but it's still risky to
It's still
go. I
like
mean, like, yeah.
restrictions, some sort of restrictions are still there.
So yeah, the video is gonna be big because me and Karma were planning that if the video ever comes out, this video is gonna be big. So yeah, so absolutely.
Yeah. Now tell me that in this quarantine, like how is it being going for art? Have you discovered something new for your art or some sort of learning you have gone through in this quarantine for your art?
Uh, the thing is that for me, art is a learning curve. I mean, like wherever you're put at, I mean, like being hustle where we were there in Bombay for 3 months and we were locked down in a hotel. That was quarantine for me as well. So any situation that you put me, yeah, we were actually put. We were put in a hotel and we 15 were staying in this hotel and we were not allowed to see our parents and not allowed to go out and we were actually in a
Oh,
quarantine for like 3 months. And every week we had to work on a new song, release a new song, work with the producers, and do our costume trials. And hustle was really tough. I mean, like, so everything was like, for me, art is like a learning curve. Whenever you put in something, you get to learn a lot of things. I mean, I'm even learning right now. So uh, मेरे को लगा नहीं कि ये क्वारंटाइन की वजह से मेरा आर्ट में कोई फर्क आया कि नहीं. But I know that I've been working really hard and I will keep working hard. I mean, quarantine or lockdown or whatever it is.
yeah. You gave Suit Suit Karda in MTV Hustle. We remember that one commercial track from you. We are getting
Yeah.
more commercials from you like it in the near future after this album is
See,
released
that
now. Will
that
we see?
was that was like that was basically like a Bollywood round tha, and I did not
Huh.
have any choice because the round का rule ऐसे ही था कि आपको use करना है एक Bollywood track का chorus.
Huh.
और जब तक मेरे पास गाने के लिस्ट आए थे सभी सभी ने अच्छे अच्छे गाने चूज कर लिए. ठीक है.
Oh.
So yeah, so we were presented with a list of like 15 to 16 songs, and everybody was like, जब आया था, everybody started, picking on their own track. बेख्याली मुझे करना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, and मेरे को पता नहीं था कि क्या करूँ. So I decided to write a song on my girlfriend, and I did that. उस round के लिए मुझे वो करना पड़ा. But then again, the track, I mean, like, I don't know if people still notice. I mean, like, there were a lot of metaphors as well in the track. So
Carol, we need to
yeah,
notice it more
yeah,
because
there
that's
was,
what we found it commercial and we went
yeah,
off without seeing the lyrics.
I mean, I mean, like, a lot of people did not notice it, but then again, there were a lot of lines which were, I mean, like, which were laid with metaphors. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, to Meri Bay of Bengal, you fate I Biggie Smalls. Now, Bay of Bengal is like the place where I come from. Again, the
Mhm.
Bay of Bengal. I mean, like, yeah, obviously, Calcutta, Bay of Bengal. So the Bay
Yeah.
is also BAE before anything else. जो
Oh,
अपने गणतंत्र को
yeah.
बोलते हैं. And Faith is, I mean, like Faith and Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls is Notorious B.I.G. and Faith Evans is basically, his spouse. So a lot of metaphors
Oh.
were given in that track as well. So
You
maybe I'll
won't
do
leave
commercial.
metaphors.
Yeah, maybe I'll do commercial tracks. I don't know, but yeah, but social tracks always has a special relevance to me because a lot of people are not doing social tracks. Hundred more than a million people are doing actually commercial tracks,
Yeah.
but I believe that I'm one of the few who does social tracks. So if I back down and do,
Very few in the Indian scene currently do it
yeah,
like you.
हाँ, अगर commercial में चला जाऊँ तो a lot of people who look up to me and a lot of people who get inspired from me, they would be like नहीं अभी PR
They are
छोड़ दिया है
damn
तो मैं
high
भी छोड़
number.
दूंगा.
They
Yeah,
are
so
damn
इसीलिए,
high who look up to you now for protest poetry.
yeah,
So
absolutely. I mean, like ये मैं movement का हिसाब से, I mean like I really want it to be like a movement. I mean like it should not be stuck with only me. I want, like hustle के बाद I started noticing that a lot of people were talking about a lot of issues. Now I get DMs, I get I get messages, I get tags on so many people writing about so many social issues. I mean, like be it like animal cruelty, be it like environmental issues, be it George Floyd, be it everything. And I feel really glad that a lot of people are looking up to me and doing socially relevant tracks and beyond मैं ये हूँ मैं वो हूँ या फिर diss tracks and stuff like that. A lot of people, I mean, like Indian hip hop is growing and it's going into a good direction. So I believe that if I will be dropping commercial tracks. It's not that I won't. दुश्मनी नहीं है मुझसे कोई, like लेकिन फिर भी
Yeah.
yeah.
So, you are basically someone who is known for his protest poetry. And
Yeah.
there are like, we also get messages when we promote EPR tracks that we also make these tracks, and it makes us feel good that you are someone who started that thing in the Indian hip hop scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there is no, hardly some, like Madara, you, and there are other few to name who do it. So, how does it feel to you that you are someone who pioneered this thing in the Indian hip hop scene?
I won't say that I pioneered the whole thing. Can you see me? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
no.
Yeah. So I won't say that I pioneered or did something like that really special, but when I started off music, I stuck to it. It's been 15 years, and I've been doing it. I mean, like I've been doing socially relevant tracks for a long time now. And
Yeah.
abhi jaake people ko they got to see, they got to know my art form and everything. So it's a good thing that people are getting inspired from it, and people are thinking that there are more topics rather than just addressing my social. I mean, like rather than just addressing my personal struggle,
Yeah.
my success, everything. वो my मैं ये मैं वो उससे बाहर आके आदमी लोग, I mean, like rappers लोग, नए artists लोग, they are trying to do something different. So
Hmm.
it's really good. And for the artists who are actually doing socially relevant tracks, I'm like, I would say that keep on doing it, brother, because there are very few who are doing this, and you
Yeah.
are doing the society a very good job. I mean, like you're actually taking Indian hip hop to the next level. So yeah, that's it. And about me having my own identity is like people know me as the protest poet, yes, of course, but I also from time to time switch up my style and bringing something new.
Hmm.
Maybe I don't want to stick on to one similar style. If you notice that people have also noticed me bringing in reggae hip hop, and
Reggae is something new to the scene right
yeah,
now.
so a lot of people were they were really surprised when they heard Rastaman, and they were really surprised when they heard Veena Hindustan or Rastafari for the matter. So the reggae sound is something also that I'm working on. Reggae sound, maybe there are like very few people who are actually doing it, and I know a few people who do it in English. Delhi
Mm.
Sultanate is one of them, and I
Oh,
don't know who does it in Hindi. Uh, I know that
we
I
haven't
I
even
don't.
encountered many reggae like you in Hindi. No one
Yeah.
else we have found it still.
So yes, so these are the things that I'm trying out. I'm trying to bring in new styles of thing. I mean, like I'm already see protest poetry. That's something that I do. Always. I mean, like I'm also associated with a rock band, and I do songs which are sometimes hard rock, rap rock, sometimes in the zone of Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit. वो भी मैं करता हूँ. So I always want to try out different musical genres, and I want to experiment with my music a lot. So in the future, yes, of course, you're going to get new styles and new stuff coming out from me as well, and
Yeah.
new identities. I mean, like people right now are calling me Bob Marley of India, but that is like
No,
I can't even. I'm not even
they
like a
need to hear
small
the whole
speck.
catalog of yours. They need to hear the whole
Absolutely,
thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Tell us
absolutely.
something
I'm
about your
yeah.
tell us
Go.
something about your and Raftaar sir's collaboration. You dropped it yesterday or day before yesterday on Instagram. That it's
Uh,
in working.
Yeah, it's already in the process because after Hustle, we both got busy. Raftaar Bhaiya was working on his album release, I
Hmm.
mean, before Mr.Nair, and I actually went and met him a lot of times when I was shooting for MTV Supermodel, and then a lot of times I met him. I met him at his place and met the Kalamkar family, and we discussed about a collab, and then when finally Raftaar he became free from everything. He gave me a call and he said that, bro, let's work on this track. And I said, yes, of course, I'm really excited. And right now I'm in the process of thinking what new should I bring into the table. And it's gonna
Hmm.
take some time. Firstly,
Yeah,
because Raftaar is one of my favorite musicians, so obviously I'm not gonna be dropping the track really soon. I mean, like both of us, we're gonna do it with a video and everything, and all that jazz and everything. It's gonna take some time, but the collaboration is in process, and it will be coming out really soon.
yeah, we are waiting for it because it will be like EPR Raftaar, damn good it would be.
Yep.
What about your and Nuclea's collaboration? You talked about it recently, I think. I saw somewhere in the stories or some Q&A you answered that it's coming. Is it also lined up?
It's been in right now. See, even when I still haven't gotten in touch with Nucleya right now. Maybe I'll drop in a word. I'll give him a call to ask how he is. I mean, like, abhi tak to, like, I've been so busy working with MTV and making themes and with the album and producing new tracks that I haven't got in touch with him. I'm pretty sure that whenever that thing is gonna work on, I mean, like, we will work on the collab really soon. Because
Yeah.
there are a lot of collabs that I really want to work on. I mean, like me with Raftaar, and then me with Elfresh. We're already in
Oh.
talks with that, and also me with Nikita Gandhi again. And yes, there are a lot of collabs, and
Mm.
I even me and Sez also spoke on the phone, and we also expressed, that we would love to collaborate with each other. So a lot of collabs are pending from my side, uh, be it, uh, with Raftaar, be it with Elfresh, be it with Nikita Gandhi, be it with Says, be it with Nucleya. So a lot of collabs are pending, and I'm also human, and it takes a little bit of
It
time.
will take
So
time, but a big
yeah,
catalog
it
is
will.
there still behind.
Yeah.
They're
A
waiting
big
for it.
catalog would be there. Yes,
You are waiting for Zone Karyapa's breakdown. He's dropping it tomorrow.
yes. He's dropping it tomorrow, and yes, of course, I'm excited for it. I mean, like, really, everybody
It's
has been
damn
tagging.
hard to crack. We tried, but we were stuck. We were stuck to
A
relate
lot
the
of
meaning
A lot
because
of people actually tried. That's the beauty of it. I mean, like, a lot of people. I mean, like, generally what happens is, like, when Srini Bana EPR came out, a lot of people were like, "मुझे पता नहीं क्या करने का है अभी, just रोहन के लिए wait करूंगा." But in this track, ये change ऐसा हुआ है कि people started breakdown, अपने आप से ही breakdown they करने
yeah,
लगे, and so that's a beautiful thing. I mean, like, the scene is also growing, and everybody's actually, googling all my references. I mean, like, there were people who actually
one word is
put
having 5 references. How to cope
yeah,
up with
and
that? We did it. Like
uh,
Aikido is you drop the word Aikido. मेरे
yeah,
Aikido जैसे मेरे अल्फाज.
yeah,
Aikido is something martial arts, Japanese
yeah,
martial arts type. मेरे
yes,
अल्फाज means kicking,
yeah.
some sort of aggressiveness in your words. Now
No,
that
the
Aikido has,
Aikido is basically, of course, it's a linear. If you Google in that, of course, you will find the linear meaning of it. But Aikido is also a martial art which uses the opponent's strength.
uh,
So basically, क्या होता है कि आप जब attack करने आते हो, तो the person who practices Aikido, he uses your strength, and he puts you down with your own strength.
oh,
So so basically, I meant that, you throw a lot of stuff at me, but then again, my words are going to use your negativity, and I'm going to keep on coming with protest poetry as much as, no matter what you say, no matter, you will say that, okay, ये क्या complex कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है, but I will use your negativity into you, and I'll bring positivity into that.
your
So that's
words
what
will
I meant.
fire back to you.
या एग्जैक्टली, सो बेसिकली आप जो भी करोगे, मैं उस स्पॉन्ज की तरह अब्जॉर्ब करके अब मैं आपके ऊपर ही
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us the time.
फिरूंगा.
Thank you
नो
so
प्रॉब्लम मैन, नो प्रॉब्लम. Cheers, man. Cheers. Take care.
much. Good
Bye
night, sir. Bye bye.
bye.